Jamie Palmer here from FX Learning. So welcome to the new Binary Destroyer 7.0. Now this is our 7th Binary Destroyer indicator since we started in 2015. And it's the most advanced platform yet. And you'll find many settings and features that you will not find on any other indicator that's currently on the market. So let's go over those settings now. So everything you see on my charts is the Binary Destroyer 7.0. Now these two red lines are our sell zones and these two green lines are our buy zones. And what they tell us is when the market is either overbought or oversold, and we only want to be taking trades in these two zones. Now these are our BD arrows. They tell us when a reversal is happening, and we can also use them as confirmations to enter the market. This is our RSI at the bottom, and notice how it's turned red to tell us when the market is either overbought or oversold at the bottom. Now this line here is our TCA line, trend change average line, and it tells us when a reversal is happening in a small trend. So for instance here you can see price is trending up and the TCA line is green. As soon as the reversal and trend changes happens, the TCA line turns red. Now let's just look at this setup at the top here. So as you can see, price entered the sell zone, which is our first confirmation. Secondly, look at the RSI. It's turned red. It's telling me when the market's overbought. Thirdly, we have a BD arrow telling me a reversal is happening and get into a trade. And the final confirmation is our TCA line has turned red, telling me yes, a trend change is happening and we are now going into a downtrend. So this would be a really good setup. Now let's go over the strategies. So at FX Learning, our number one priority is to make our members successful. And this is why the Binary Destroyer 7.0 has 5 built-in strategies. And you won't find anything like this currently on the market now. Now, we could have easily built 5 separate indicators with 5 separate strategies and charged our members 5 times more money. But our number one priority is to make our members successful. So this is why we built everything into one indicator to make everyone's life easier. Now in the top left corner here you can see strategy BD. So that tells me what our current strategy is on our charts. And if we just currently go into settings here, indicator list, Binary Destroyer 9.0, we can actually change the strategy. So a good feature about the 7.0 is its built-in settings will already automate each strategy. So let's, for instance, want to trade the pullback strategy. We click on pullback strategy, press OK, and the Binary Destroyer will now load up the normal pullback strategy here. And as you can see in the top left corner, it says pullback strategy. Now the reason why we have different strategies is because when every member joins us, every person will have their strengths and weaknesses, and every trader will have their own style of trading, whether that's trading binary, Forex scalping, swing trading, trading the daily charts, the 1-minute charts. Everyone has their own trading style. So this is why we built 5 consistent long-term strategies into the 7.0, so it is more adaptable for every kind of trader. Now, if you're trading Forex, you would trade a strategy. If you're trading binary, you'll trade a separate strategy. And one of the good key features about the 7.0 is it has 3 built-in arrows. So you can actually turn the arrows on and off to suit your kind of trading style. So there's many settings, many features that you can load up with the 7.0. If you just go up to here and I actually load up the default setting, as you can see here, we've got arrows here and we've got arrows here. Now we can use both of these arrows as confirmations when to enter and exit the market. So for instance here, we can see we popped a blue arrow and then we followed by a red arrow here. Now what we can do with the 7.0 is change all of the settings to adapt our trading style, whether that's trading binary or Forex. A lot of people like having the Binary Destroyer 7.0 set up on a VPS and giving them signals remotely. So for instance, if you're that kind of trader, you would trade this kind of setting here, on which I originally had here. So as you can see here, we had two beautiful sell trades at the top here. And what we would do is get the binary destroyer to send us signals to our phone when something like this happens. Now at the bottom here, we have an RSI. And as you notice, it turns red when the market's overbought, or it turns red when the market is oversold. Now another good thing about the 7.0 is this RSI, because we can also set it to tell us divergence as well. So as you can see here, I currently don't have divergence showing, but if I click here, I can go show divergence on indicator panel only. As you can see here, it shows me divergence on the RSI panel only, but I can actually change that to show me on the charts as well. So we go into here and I can show it everywhere. So show on charts and the panel, and as you can see here, it also appears on the charts here. And again, we can use this when we're trading divergence. So divergence trading is another extremely powerful strategy that we use with the 7.0. And we can use it as confirmation with the signal arrows. So my setting would be, for instance, would be to turn the divergence off like this. And as you can see in front of me here, this is my default setting for when we're trading binary. So we currently have the pullback strategy loaded up on my charts in front of me. And you can see that here where it says strategy pullback. Now the pullback strategy is a really good trend trading strategy for both Forex scalping and binary trading. Now it's a really good way to teach you on how to trade with the trend. So let's just go over it now. As you can see here, price was in an uptrend. It then closed below the two BD lines here, signifying downtrend. We then had a pullback, trend down, pullback. We popped a BD signal in between the two zones, get into a trade. We trend down, we pull back again, second confirmation, enter a trade here. We trend down, we pull back, we have another BD signal, and then we trend down again. So this is a really good strategy for trading with the trend. Now the binary destroyer 7.0 is currently the only indicator on the market that is fully non-repaint, meaning the lines don't repaint, the zones don't repaint, the arrows don't repaint, the TCA line doesn't repaint. And it's the only indicator currently for sale that has 5 built-in strategies with 3 different arrows and about 20 to 25 different settings that you can have to find your style of trading. So for instance, if you're trading the pullback strategy like this, you can change the RSI to show divergence. You can change the arrows to either come in earlier or later. So it can give you a better understanding on how to read and hopefully trade the binary destroyer and the market successfully. So again, let's go over the settings. So as you can see here, it says strategy pullback. Again, so simple. We just go into indicator list, binary destroyer 7.0, and we just change it to the BD strategy. And again, we've loaded up the BD strategy. And looking at these two signals again, notice how we pop a signal outside of the zone. Now this would be the standard BD settings, but what I do is loading up to my default settings, which as you can see is something like this. And notice how the arrows come in earlier. Now again, when you join us, you'll get all the training, all the support that goes with it. So don't worry. Thank you for watching this video, and I hopefully to see you on the other side.